Like clipping, 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 clipping. Clipping, clipping, clipping. How about that? How about that? How about that? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay. Hey, Fire.
Hello.
I'm streaming, just so you know. But that shouldn't be a surprise down here, right?
Okay, then. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm actually here. I had like 4 false starts, 3 false starts. My microphone wasn't working. When I finally got that thing working, my headset wasn't working. I had to restart 3 times. Turn on the music bit. There we go. Okay, so off camera since last time, I did this. Took the Hilly Train pieces, tried making one that fit with the sand for the desert area I was making, and I'm not happy with it. Like, it's okay. It might pass, but like these pieces are poop looking. And like, I don't have Photoshop open anymore because I had to restart 10 times. Oh, where is it? Tool space, shift space. There you go. Come on, don't die on me, Uni. Please. Now this. OBS didn't die. Really? Task manager? Good grief, that took forever. I blame my wife. My computer does not turn off, right? I leave it on all the time.
Your CPU's got to be burning alive.
It's not. I guess it's a little high for my system, but it... Anyway, she did something. I have a keyboard over on the floor over there from when I played Elite Dangerous because it's easier just to pick it up, put it on the table. I was playing Elite with the VR headset and all that. And she hit some keys on it, and my computer just shut off on its own earlier. And that's what started all these problems. And like, I can't even get to the window now to hold space. X maximize. There we go. Okay. So yeah, what I was saying was this is ugly. I think those parts. So let's see if we open this up in Photoshop. If I take those pieces out, it looks stupid too in a different way. So I'm not sure how to go about doing it. So those pieces are caused by this area to the right of this blue line and this area to the left of that blue line, because those blue lines represent where each of the squares for each tile is. So when this one repeats, you get this side plus this side together to make that little nub, which is stupid looking. It just looks bad, period. Like, I can clean up the rough edges of that. I know how to do that. But I need it to repeat evenly and nicely first. And if I cut this off, then that makes this one look funny. I need to push this back here and this back here, both, without it looking bad. Because I have to do it on both sides because this tile can sometimes butt up against this tile. Oh, that's blur. I'm gonna smudge. Let's say first erase that extra piece. Okay. And then what's that key? Oh, there is none. So if I do something like that, it pulls it back away from that edge. Save it. That makes it a straight line there. Oh gosh, this is a pain. Okay, so that fixes that one for the most part. Okay, so that one needs to come up like that. Save. Gives us that. Okay, let's do. So I've done this a couple times now, and this is the one I had before. And it fixed all that stuff, but it just didn't look right in some places. Tempted to start over for the third time on this. I'm getting better at it, it's just not easy to do. Grasslands. That's our one. We want the PSD file. So what were you doing, Fire, when I started streaming?
Playing Turmoil.
Turmoil?
Yes.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Basically, you're digging for oil.
Oh, that's a clever name then.
The way it works is you when you first start the game, they start you out with I think about $10,000, and then you have to bid on plots of land that you think are going to have oil on them. And there's 3 other AIs besides you that also do bidding. So there's literally bidding wars for these plots of land. And then once you get your plot of land, you take a $2,000 chunk of your money with you to this plot of land, and then you have to try to find the oil on it and pray that you make money instead of lose money.
Huh.
It's really cool. I mean, it's pretty cool for what it is.
So it's like a tycoon type style game, but it's oil.
Right.
With some
and you actually
competitiveness.
Have some control of what goes on with the oil, or with the process too. You have to put what they call dowsers down. They take these divining rods and go walk around the map until they find the oil, and then you put a derrick down there, and then you got to build a pipe to where you think the oil is below in that spot.
Huh.
and then once you pump it out, you have on either side of the screen you'll have one's called left ink and one's called right ink, and they're the two places that you sell the oil to. And the whole time during this one, the map where you're doing the drilling,
Yeah.
it has a year that you're there. Okay, you start in January and you end in December. You have a year to be there and drill as much oil as you can. And the left and right ink raise and lower their prices, you know,
To compete with
during the
you?
year. Yeah, to compete with each other.
Huh.
They're not competing with you. You're just drilling the oil. They're just trying to get your oil. Like, say, right now, I just started this level. Left ink is at $1.28 a barrel, and right ink is at $1.08.
So they only compete with each other and not you? That seems odd. Or are they competing with you too, you're saying?
No. The other people that you bid against are the ones that you're competing against. Left and right ink are only the oil sellers. They're like Texaco and...
Okay. Like a middleman.
Right.
Okay. Duplicate this so I don't have to make this again later if I mess it up. Okay. Now I need a way to get all these to a common point, and I think the point should be there because that would encompass all of those. So the edges are there of each one of these without making it look stupid though. How am I going to do that? Where's the selection point? Okay. Go from there to there. Okay. Oh, no. Let's try that again. This time, I guess I'll go in even closer so I can see exactly where it's going.
End of the year screen, I can kind of explain a little bit more in this. I started with the game I'm playing.
Yeah. I just don't think I heard everything you said. I think it cut you off when you started talking.
Oh, well, I'm at the end of the year screen.
Oh.
Like I just did a drilling season. So, like it says here, I started with 2,000. I made $23,436.18, but I spent $10,657. So I walked away with $14,779, which is
so
nice.
That sounds like you did good then, right? Because I mean,
Yeah,
14,000. I thought you spent. It sounds like you didn't spend as much, but maybe I'm just dyslexic on the numbers.
No, I didn't spend that much for oil drilling. Like that was actually a small level. There was only like 3 spots in this whole level.
Yeah.
Like so the first level that I cracked into, I hit it big. I mean, like I walked away with like 45,000.
Oh. It still sounds like it's not a lot of money from the perspective of oil companies.
No, it's
They're
not.
just
It's
raking
back in
it
the
in.
day oil companies, so it's not like nowadays
okay.
oil companies.
I need
Like
to
it's literally like back in the ancient. Like we're using horse-drawn carriages to haul the oil. We're that cheap.
Yeah. To create a mask for this, I think. I normally would love a video tutorial, but come on. I'm doing a stream right now. Add a mask to show or hides the entire layer. No permission selected. Layers panels. Okay, so maybe that's it. Control D. Layers panel. Select a layer or group. Do one of the following. Create a mask that reveals the entire layer. Add mask. Alt click. There we go. That's what I want to do. I want to do this and then get a black brush and paint stuff away. Yes, that'll be easier than what I was just trying to do. Okay, so if I do this right, then yeah. So if I select what I want with this,
Tech Stack's making now.
I'm making a picture right now, so it's kind of pain in the butt for my skill set. Okay, and then do that. Haha. Okay. Now I can take this because all of those spots exactly line up.
That thing you're wearing.
Oh, this. I had to look at my camera. It's a heating pad for my shoulder.
Oh.
My shoulder's been bothering me, so this I'm hoping will help it. Yeah, it's a, instead of one that's like straight, it goes around your neck and over your. Got little magnets to hold it in place. So I have this habit of leaning, putting my arm, and it messes up the shoulder and my neck. So.
Oh yeah.
I need to not do that, but it's such a habit. I can't break it. I don't even realize I'm doing it until it hurts.
Yep. Yeah, I tend to lean on my right side a lot, especially since it's like the side that my mouse is on.
Okay, I can't. Okay, good.
So you're making it like a full-blown game or something, or?
Yeah, did you see any yesterday? No, you didn't, did you? You came after it. So here's what I got so far for the village. And there we go. To be clear, 99% of these pictures I did not make.
All assets?
Yeah. I'm going to do it. It will speed me along greatly if I spend a little bit of cash to get something that looks decent to work with. And then also it motivates me to keep working on it when it looks nice. Instead of looking like poop, the stuff I make.
What kind of game is this going to be?
An action adventure game is what it's classified as, but to describe it better than that, you're old school like me. You never had a Super Nintendo though, right?
Yeah, I had a Super Nintendo.
Okay. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Think of that.
Oh god, yeah.
Thank you.
My jam.
That is what I'm not trying to clone it. I'm trying to make my own, but it is heavily inspired by it because it's an awesome game.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. It's one of the all-time classics. It's up there with Super Metroid.
Yep. Super Metroid is amazing as well. Different classic game though altogether, right? It's 2D side-scrolling.
Right. I'm not saying that they're like the same game. I'm just saying, that another classic.
Definitely.
Like if you go through my game list, a lot of my games are like old school games. Like I think I have more old school games than I do new school.
Like they just had a different feel to them, right? Nowadays, I can save every 2 minutes and guarantee that I'm going to make it through this game at some point. Old school games. Maybe Zelda wasn't one of those, but old school games.
Yeah, no.
You were afraid to die.
Enix, but Final Fantasy 15, like you could literally walk through that game.
I remember you telling me.
And they only made it worse with one of the later patches because they gave you this ring that you can literally kill anything.
Yeah. Who knows what they were thinking there?
Like the supposedly toughest boss in the game, level 99 boss, over 30 million hit points. I killed the thing with the ring. Just sat there and drained his health until he finally died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see if I get this split screen. There we go. I can see my impact directly. No, we don't want that. We want that. Come on, give me more space. Oh.
There's no scroll bar that you can like scroll it over.
Oh, that's what I did wrong. No, not what I was trying to do. Okay, it's back to flat. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like this for now, I think. I'll erase some here in a bit. I just want to... That is not on the line. Oh my gosh. See, like right there, that selection is not on that. It's a pixel over. It's the other side of pixel over. And that looks to be right on. And that's a pixel up. There has to be a better way of doing this stuff. Okay, so flip those, big thing, boom.
This is still like your first village that you're working on?
So what I'm trying to do is make a tile for a desert area. And that'll be like another area I'm working on. So the village I've got pretty much complete from the overworld perspective. Like I might add some more decorations and stuff like that to it. I've got one house interior set up just to get a feel for how hard the interiors are going to be. So let me show you some other stuff in here. So house
Sorry
one.
to be like slowing your progress.
Oh no, it's good to keep me motivated on something that is frustrating me right now. So here's a house interior. This will be like a bar, and then the guy lives in the bar kind of thing. It was just really to test to see how hard to set it up it is, because the overworld, I can make the houses any shape I want. So if doing a house that's L-shaped like that, like this one, is hard, then I don't want to make those in the overworld. But that's what this house will be. If I go to the main menu here, so I need this to actually run it, and click play. Anything I show you is subject to change. Come on, play, actually. What are you doing, Unity?
Not what it's supposed to.
Yeah, it says it's not responding in Task Manager.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Don't start giving me crap now. It's working fine yesterday.
Please tell me you saved recently.
Well, I've been saving the stuff I'm doing in Photoshop. There it goes. So if I main menu, it's just a template holder or placeholder for now. Click start. It throws me into the main level. Which, holy crap, what is going on? Okay. So here's my character. You can walk around. You can attack. If he were to get hurt, which there's nothing that will hurt him right now, he does a little hurt animation.
Oh wow, nice. Nice graphics.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it myself. You see him, the little enemy that I got scripted out there to walk back and forth between points, and when he gets close enough to the player, he tries to attack him. He's not actually attacking, right? We can go up these steps. We can't go into this area because it's got a bounding box on it. You can't go through the trees. Can't go through the water areas, or shouldn't be able to. Now these are static images here, so over here I tried the animated one. Probably need to speed up the animation, but it's working. That was the real test there. So it's a lot of, can I do this? Can I do this? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. Kind of get a foundation down. So this was, I wanted to be able to have interactable objects in the world. So you come up to this and hit E, and then you can see what the sign says. So anything that's going to have these little ... symbol, chat bubble above it, will be interactable. So like this other sign might do it too, I don't know. Yeah. Escape of Doom. You can just hit escape out of that. Oops. And it's got bugs, but we'll deal with that. Go into the cave actually takes you somewhere else. Go back out of the cave, it takes you to the same spot in the overworld. So I've got it all set up. This is the...
I'd make that lettering bigger too eventually.
Which one?
Make it...
On the sign?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like
That's...
even the bubble above it too is a little small.
Okay. I was thinking of using that bubble for above characters too that you can interact with, if I make any. I'm assuming I will. The size of it shouldn't be anything hard to do. I don't know if I specifically picked that size for a reason. I don't think so. And if I walked far enough off in this general direction, we'd get to that town. But instead of doing that, I'm going to pause the game and pick up my character and just move him there. There we go. And then we can play the game again. And we're in town. So that first area was just a test area, and then I want to come over here where I'm actually going to try and lay out the overworld map. So again, can't walk into some things. I don't think I set up any of the houses to walk into, but there's going to be bugs like this where his head's above that roof somehow, right? So I know what it is. I know what to do to fix it. It's just it's going to be a lot of redoing things. Probably in the character itself. So Unity uses a layer system. So the bottom layer is 0, the next one up is 1, 2, 3, 4. And the person that set up the character set him up for like, I don't know, 10 through 50 or 60 or something stupid for all of his layers. So I just need to relayer all my layers to be appropriate. It'll be a pain, but I can do it. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, couldn't you just make him always be on the one layer above the ground?
Right, but also he needs... So he's made of a bunch of pieces too. If we look at his sprite system, so he's got a whole bunch of components that make him up. Like his body, his chest...
His arms, legs.
Exactly, and each one of those has their own sprite. Like, these are individual components that make these up. If I can get to the lowest level here, eventually we're going to see this is a sprite. Right there, right? And that is on layer 24. And this one, oh, that's his whole body. This is on layer 20. Assuming his hair is probably the highest, 43. Right? So... not knowing what he was made up of at first and how to best go about it, I just started building the world to make the world look right, and then we can adjust those numbers, because it's not a matter of adjusting... I want to describe this. Let me show you. It's not a matter of adjusting each individual tile. So the entire tile system is one object.
Huh.
So... this is the ground layer. If I turn it off, everything that's on the ground will disappear. So if I wanted to change the ground to be layer 2, I just did it for everything. All the grass tiles, right? All the roads. I want to head it at 0. Okay. And then I've got another layer that's for decorations. So you can see that's where the signs and stuff are. Shadows, I don't think I've used at all. Interactions, nothing. Collisions, so I think you can walk up to and hit and not walk through. Those are on their own layer. And then a decorations is another layer. So I did that because I found that sometimes you need 2 decorations in the same spot, or you need a decoration on top of something that has a collision bounding box on top of it. So just create another layer and it's good to go. So all that said, like top deco might go from 5 to being like 500. And then everything on that layer will be above the player.
All right.
What's going to be tricky is the collision layer, because some of this stuff you're going to want to be in front of the player and some of it you're going to be behind the player depending on where you're at on the ground. I don't know how to fix that yet.
I got faith in you.
Good. Somebody does.
You always. What? It's true. You always figure it out, whether it's now or a couple of weeks from now, or
Yeah. What's got me really bothered right now, like that stuff I can probably figure out or pull my hair out and then just give up on it. I don't know. And then just say, hey, it's good enough. But things like this, where there's that black line, that's like the pictures are butting up against each other, but because the camera is slightly out of alignment with the pixels on the screen, Unity doesn't know what to do, so it goes boop and leaves a little gap between them. I think I've seen a fix for that though, so that's what I want to try right now. Because I've tried multiple fixes from the internet and they all like, oh, just do this simple little thing and it'll fix it. And then I ran out of those simple little things and got to the, well, you need to change all your art. I'm like, I'm not doing that with somebody else's art. That's this. There's a ton of art I've got, right? And that would take me forever, because basically what it wants you to do is make that gap and then just fill it in with something that you want it to look like when that little distortion happens.
Right.
Oh. So I'm gonna try the workaround I just seen.
I was gonna say I'll be right back.
Okay. Create material, standard shader. Right? Is that what it was? Hope. No, what was that guy's fix? I thought it was that simple. Okay, I'm gonna look this up, because this is super bothersome. Get the sound. Okay. What's he doing? Talking, he's yakking, he's yakking, he's yakking. Yakking, yakking. Okay, he's actually doing it now. Created the material. He's going over to sprites default. And go to sprites. Okay. It's sprites default, not standard default. Haha! Pixel snap. That was all it was he said to do. Okay, and then this material. Pixel snapped. We need to use that shader for it. Material, okay. Oh. No. It's made it worse. Snapped. How? Man. Is it because of the camera here? 'Cause that's... I absolutely awful if that's how it's gonna look. That's pixel snapped on the ground layer. Let's go back to the main menu and reload the game from the game and see how it is from game perspective. Start. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, did it fix it? Did it fix it? Looks awful in this though. Why? Maybe just because it's too small? Oh, whatever. Let's bring our player over here and see if it does over here. In camera. No, this guy. And away you go. I can cause it to happen. But it doesn't happen full screen. Which is how the game is intended to be played. I'm gonna leave it like this, I think, and see if this truly fixes it or not. And stuff like that. That layering is just funky. How do you get the player to go between those? So you'd want it in front of this one, but behind this one. Let's see something. What's the mask portion about? I might have to look into that stuff later. As long as the screen is the right size, it seems to be okay. We'll leave it on. It's the best I've got so far. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay, here we go. Pull my layers off to the other side, I guess. And zoom in. I'm going to fix this. Deselect all. Marquee tool. Zoom way in here. There we go. We got one full block. Two full blocks there. Yep. There's 1, 2 this way. 1. Come on, slowly go up. There we go. 2. Dang it, too far probably. Nope. scrolling too fast for me. Ah, perfect. Okay. Then we can go and add this area. Okay. And this becomes all black. All white. Okay, that's with it all white. That's with it all black. Contiguous snow. Tolerance way up. Tolerance all the way up. There we go. That's what I want. Save that. Unity updates, and we've got a perfect square, and it all lines up just right, right? So now we can come in here and start adding in rock by rock, basically, by painting it the other color. And as long as we're not on a line like this, we're okay as far as doing that. We want those pieces to be at that spot. There we go. Some of this rock in. I should update this corner. There we go. Let's get some of that darkness back out a little bit. Okay. Let's do this. Looks better. It's almost like the sand's kind of taken over it or something. Okay, let's take this. No, can't do that there.
I is back.
I am back. Ugh. Save. Okay, other than the green vegetation, it's okay. Needs a lot of work though. So, is there a way for me to easily save this layer settings? I think there is. If I do this and G to fill this in, I can then select that layer and that color alone to get my selection back later. So now I can do this, get rid of that.
Small raid coming in. You got a sword and shield that I'll help you defend. We can take off.
Hello, Lofty. Thank you for the raid. Why isn't oh well, Streamlabs mess up for everybody. We can get rid of this stuff. Man your postman. Defend the castle. Is this a hard brush? What is this? It is. Doesn't seem like it. Ah. Pencil instead. For this activity, I want them all the way gone. We'll clean up the edge later. Part of that song sounds like somebody's yodeling. Let's save, see how we're doing. Yeah, the hard edges. We're just painting black. Like, we're painting black on a mask layer, so it's easy to undo anything at this point, which is why I'm doing it this way. Let's go back to the brush and see how that does. I just don't want any of the green there at all. It's a desert. Having a little bit of a soft edge makes it look like it's half buried under the sand and you're kind of seeing it anyway. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, I might end up being able to live with this one when I'm done. X. Down on my size a little bit. That up. X to flip the colors, take that down. Save, and that should straight. Yeah, now it's not a straight line there anymore. That's what I was going for. Oh no, don't do that.
Looking pretty good.
That helped. The rock shape didn't look natural.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely Billy Bob.
Not Billy Bob yet, but it's getting there. Still got to do this all the way around the whole thing. It'd take a while.
It don't copy and paste? Or you can't copy and paste it?
They're all rotated different, so... Just undo that, please. No, don't save. What? Clone stamp? No, not clone stamping.
You built this with like this square area, right?
Built this with like square area. Yes. I might be able to take them and rotate them, but I'm not taking any chances. I'm just going to draw them. It'll be fine. And it'll give it a slightly more variation to it.
I was going to say, why don't you make the rock formations that you're cutting into right now? There's a template of that, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Couldn't you just take that template and then copy it and turn it into a sand thing, and then you'll have...
That's what I'm doing. The problem with the template is it has a grass layer on top of it. And I don't want the grass there, right? Because it's a desert. So I have to cut the grass out by basically masking around all that and saying, don't put the rocks there.
Oh, I thought it was like a smaller squared template. It was.
No, so it's this big because this is a tile, 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 this is a tile. That way it gives it some variation, right? So it's not all the same tile repeating for that whole thing. If you look, there's two side pieces in each direction, each orientation.
Yeah.
They're basically just rotated. But maybe I could do it. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Maybe I could rotate them. I'm half scared to do anything to it right now, though, Fiery, because I'm close. I'm afraid to mess it up, okay? I guess I could make it on another layer, couldn't I?
I'm sorry. You know how I am.
No,
I have an idea, and I just out with it.
You're perfectly fine. You're doing what you should be doing, Fiery. Thank you. Just paranoid of myself happening. This needs to be way closer.
Don't worry, okay? In the couple of years that I've known you, I've only seen you mess up about 100 or so times. So you'll be okay.
Thomas Edison, it, huh?
What you do, okay? You mess
It's
up,
what
and you get it right.
Thanks, Fiery.
But you do get it right, okay? It doesn't matter how many times you mess up in the process.
Looking at the clock, it's 11:30. How long have I been streaming? I've gotten this much done, Fiery. How long have I been streaming? An hour to not be done with the thing I started with.
It's
but
an hour.
Yeah. But if it takes me an hour for every tile I have to make myself, I guess class of time.
Now you know why AAA games take a year to 2 years to develop.
No, now I know why I paid for the ones that I got already. Just I was. Okay, you're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me show what I did. I'm gonna load up the project I was working on before I decided now I need to get professional help. I was gonna make a 2D Demon Depths that's a side scroller.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool. If I knew somebody that knew how to do art. Come on, load.
Well, I mean, I keep telling you, you need to win the lottery, and then you can like hire your own, team, and be like, okay, minions, do this for me.
I know.
And listen to him because he's got a lot of ideas.
So here it is. Here's my art, right? I made him jump. I made him walk back and forth. He's got animations. He's got a swinging attack. He was good to go.
Hey, that is really, really good for
that
like
was
the games that I've seen out there. I've seen other less graphically good games go for like $10-15 a piece, okay?
Sure. But I wasn't even gonna try after I spent all week making this, like, these crap graphics. I consider these mostly crap. This is some of my best stuff, but this is mostly crap. But making him animate and get the sword animation to that level took me a better part of a week while I was off, right? Like, I wasn't working on it all the time because I had my shoulder problem and everything. I was trying to avoid the computer, but yeah. So we won't be building this. Not with those graphics. Anyway. Gosh, you got me one to do it.
You did that,
Yeah, I did that.
That's
exactly.
the key of doing art, okay? You can't knock yourself. You have to look at what you can do and be like, I did that. I wonder what else I can do. And then you challenge yourself to your next level.
Right. And that's
just like what you do with programming.
Was not my first attempt at doing that type of character. Right? Like,
right. And how did that one look?
Oh yeah, all the prior ones are much worse, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, it looks like poop, but it's better than what I used to do. That should be fine. Yeah, it is. Why is it getting that though? because we're not using that graphic, we're using the one up here probably. Yep. So this one needs to not do that then. It needs to come down as well. And that fixes that part, but leaves us with that little fun spot. Because of that? No. So that's this. Like, I'm getting picky about a stinking pixel or two. That's better.
That point you were just by before looked pretty non-natural either.
This right here.
I'll let you know when you get to it.
Right. Billy Bob. But it has to come up to that point. Like, if I keep all of these tiles on this vertical blue line, their edges, so like this part, and this part, they'll line up when they go together. So I need to round this out on this part of it or something. And I can't, because there's grass there. Amazing. Okay, so the alternative is to cut this back and not make this such an extreme slope here. Because what I'm doing is trying to continue this line when this piece comes in. So it needs to be more like this. And then this can come up. Like, there needs to be 4 or 5 pixels of just like that on each one of these. And then they can progress to whatever's appropriate for that tile. Oops. Right.
That's better. But yeah, that little corner right there. Perfect.
The time between you saying, yeah, that corner right there, and then you saying, yeah, perfect, I did nothing. So apparently I'd already fixed it.
Well, right. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah,
I'm like 30
delay.
seconds behind you when I'm watching the stream.
Yep. Just makes it
Well,
funny
not
for
that
me.
bad, but probably closer to like 10 or so.
That reminds me, somebody was telling me if I go into the settings in the dashboard, I'm in the dashboard. If I go to channel, no, we're off topic for a moment. Activity, events, channel.
We're always off topic. Our whole conversation is off topic, everything.
If I go to low latency instead, that's for real-time, near real-time interactions with viewers. Let's save that then. I don't know if I need to
Maybe you
restart
can't
stream.
I was just gonna say while you're streaming, you probably can't.
It's just you. I'm gonna stop and restart.